Uh,
Checkmate, issue 4, Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev.
Art again, fantastic. Like Bendis is looking out. Like he's working with Maleev, his old buddy, here. And I mean, this is some good spy stuff. So like, what's funny is they were talking in Justice League about the Watchtower, and this starts with Merlin and the Guardian, in the Watchtower. Like it's been left abandoned. It was it's what Leviathan wanted, was one of the pieces, because they want the Hall of Justice, the Batcave computer, and the Fortress of Solitude. That's what they need to get access to really free everybody, so they say. But Manhunter and Green Arrow are up there waiting for them, and there's a fight, and um, Merlin and Guardian get away, but not before Green Arrow manages to get an arrow into Guardian, and it leaves a pool of blood, and Shaw teleports them away as soon as Guardian gets hit, so they don't even get, they bring up like they were surprised that they were being teleported out. So whatever they came for, they didn't get to execute, and their guess of showing up there paid off. But this leads to Checkmate looking at the blood sample and finding out there's like, what did he say? There's something else in today's sample. It's they're splicing alien DNA into whatever they're giving the Leviathan members. And Bones brings up that he's seen this because it's a rejected experiment from when he was running the DEO. So there's a lot of stuff at play here. So they start wondering if there's nanotechnology in alien DNA, and that this is how Shaw is taking over these otherwise, notable people, like Guardian, a lot of the people that were running all the other agencies. And then Lois is talking with Superman, and Maleev's just really working here because we're in the fortress and just all the lines going every which way. Like, there's a lot of line work here that's taking up the background, but it looks gorgeous. But it's Superman talking to Lois, and Lois is kind of like, she's worried because they kidnapped her, but they didn't seem to have a reason. It was almost just like to show that they could. But, she's worried that she's been affected by whatever this thing is. And Superman's like, no, we've checked. All your vitals are fine. You seem okay. And, she's like, well, what if it's something you've never seen before? He's like, well, we'll handle it. But she's still worried because there's so much, mystery with her dad. And this leads to them looking at that like snowman that she took from her dad's houseboat, which was the snowman's ticket. She pops the head off of this plush, and there is basically it is the certified abstract of birth. So it's Leonardo Lane's birth certificate. And so this is like supposed to be the point where we learn that Lois has a younger brother. And I just kind of wish that, they had plotted this a little bit better, because we've already met this character in Justice League. And I guess this solidifies the fact that it's really her younger brother. But like, for, her dad being able to keep this a secret, I guess that's the biggest mystery. And I guess that's fine, but it's just kind of how they handle everything. And it goes back to Checkmate at their secret headquarters, and they're all, standing around talking with Damian, and Damian points out everything that Leviathan's going to do, and that they're playing into their hands, which leads to them being followed and whatnot. And it almost is casting, because if you remember, Talia is still in play. She's like a wild card that we don't know if she's been affected by whatever, when Damian had come and freed her. But the king, we still don't know who he is, gets taken out by an arrow. There's an explosion and a fight, which leads to the headquarters being zapped away by Shaw and Leviathan. And then that's where it ends. Much better read than Justice League, and we're about halfway through. I'm still not exactly sure what the point of this Checkmate book is, because like with Leviathan, we understood their, like, how they want to free everybody from the influence of like secrets and whatnot. But here, if the point of everything is that they're brainwashing people with nanotechnology and alien DNA, I kind of undercuts what Shaw's doing there, where he wants to be the voice of reason, right? And that's why you would get Superman.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's up?
It's just this kind of, given the whole mystery of who's, that was already spoiled in Justice League.
Yep.
I do wonder if the end of this book is going to like actually set something up that is already like kind of
In play.
and in play in Justice League. Yeah, I just thought.
Well, because we already have hints that whatever these Deathstrokes are in Justice League, they're likely clones. So if we're dealing with this different kind of technology, or they're making people, right, and like Leviathan's taken out by the end of this, and that leads to a void, who knows? It's very, very messy, and I know that's mainly a me problem because I thrive on continuity. But even here, it's like I'm glad we're getting this book, but it almost feels like just a bonus chapter, if you will. Because if Bendis was just able to go start on his Justice League without the stuff that happens here, without feeling the need to explain it, I don't know. That said, I'm never going to be mad at a Bendis Malieve book that really plays with the shadows, because again, this is a lot more fun to read and has a bit more substance than whatever's going on in Justice League.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped both, but like Checkmate was definitely the one that was more enjoyable to actually read.
Yeah.
So I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So rating this, I'm going to give this a 7.5.
That said, if Sinmar shows up in issue 5,
don't do that. Take that back from the universe.
The mystery can only lead to one man. Technically not a man.
Sinmar Utopica, and I'm mad that I still know that.